Welcome to UG Files. Today, on a sad note, we bring you the life of Haj Nasser Ssebagala and his life achievements. Al-Haji Nasser Ssebagala, popularly known as Seya, was born from a grass-thatched house in a very humble family at Chisasi in Kampala, Uganda's capital city, on the 15th of November 1947. He was born to the late Haji Shaban Ssebagala and Hajat Nabatanzi. Nasser Ssebagala was a Ugandan businessman and politician who was mayor of Kampala from 2006 to 2011. He was an independent presidential candidate in the year 2006 general election before dropping out and joining the Kampala mayoral race. He started working with his biological father at the age of 7.5 years. Ssebagala worked at a stall at Nakasero Market, which stall, he said in his last interview around May 2020, still exists at Nakasero Market in the heart of the Kampala city. The late revealed that his father had wanted him to acquire and master business skills before starting school. By the age of 8, Nasser had already learned how to save money. His mother ordered for him a wooden saving box, today known as pigeon banks, in which he started practicing saving discipline, and after a while he broke his wooden saving box and found 50 cents, which was a lot of money by 1955. That's about 300 Ugandan shillings today. Later, Ssebagala enrolled at Chibuli Demonstration School for his primary studies before joining Junior 1 and Junior 2. The business induction that the late Nasser Ssebagala got at a tender age made him exceptional in the sense that it qualified him to join Junior 3, where he enrolled for business studies. Here, he acquired a certificate that opened up doors to his first job as a salesman with the then Dairy Corporation in 1969. With continuous upgrades in studies and other factors like exposure, connections, and experience, Ssebagala rose to a managerial office, which gave him a chance to traverse the whole country as a sales manager at Dairy Corporation. This also created more opportunities for him to discover self-potential. In 1971, Ssebagala felt the need to start his own business and took a brave move to quit his well-paying job to set up his own. As the saying goes, that luck meets those who are prepared. The repatriation of Indians in 1971 was a blessing in disguise to Al-Haji Nasser Ssebagala, who had established himself as a fabric shop operator at New Fabricano, Plot 3, Kampala Road. Nasser Ssebagala also acquired a supermarket called Ugantiko on Nkrumah Road, the lower entrance to current Cham Towers, and electronic shop at the main thoroughfare in Kampala. According to Ssebagala, as revealed to us in an exclusive interview, New Fabricano was the best-selling shoes and fabric shop in East Africa. His business interest grew over time. Despite his humble background, Ssebagala was a great source of inspiration to the majority Ugandan youth. He always advised them to work genuinely hard with passion in order to meet their ambitions. At the age of 23, Ssebagala bought his first house at Mengo Hill. Mengo is famously known as a royal headquarters seat of Buganda Kingdom. Nasser's first car was a 240Z, one of the then 8-cylinder modern expensive 2-seater Japan cars. At that time, Nasser Ssebagala became the first East African man to own a car of that stature, which he purchased from the American secretary who was leaving the country at that time. Ssebagala recalled that he became a big icon since the 240Z were the only vehicles used in the East African Rally. He is said to have been the first Ugandan to drive an automatic car and is also said to have been the first to run a supermarket as well as a forex bureau in the country. Memories of the late Nasser as a very working man shall forever be remembered.
Abamu batandika business ne zifa naye abajjukira ebiseera bye twalimu ebya Idi Amin ne Yugatiko wali Yugatiko wammanga awo ye yekka ng'oyagala okugula akantu akalungi genda wali mu Yugatiko kwegamba talanta ye ya business yagikosa bulungi ate n'ayigiriza n'abalala.
At a time when Uganda went through turmoil, massive killings and lootings were the order of the day, Ssebagala lost businesses and friends. He was detained for 6 months in Naguru near Kampala and later escaped into exile. He lost most of his businesses, including his forex bureau, supermarket, and the new Fabricano shop. Much as he was blessed from grace to grace, Ssebagala admitted running his businesses in a gamble, especially at a time when the Ugandan currency was devalued in 1987. At that time, for instance, Ssebagala had invested 3 million shillings in insurances, which was eroded to mere 30,000 shillings. This was his biggest business frustration and setback. Nasser resolved never to inject money in any insurance venture in the country. He believed that he would have been far much better than what he has been if money was not eroded. Despite all challenges, Alhaji Nasser Ssebagala never lost hope. He could not bury all his experience, knowledge, expertise, and courage just in a cooler. Another stable opportunity broke through in stock exchange and bonds, and there he was to revive his career. He had to rebuild his financial muscle with limited business disturbances as Uganda stabilized her business concept. His notable advice was always to ensure that Uganda regains her capital base and purchasing power with financial support to Ugandan investors. Having seen Uganda through all generations from post-independence to a time of his death, Ssebagala, a business veteran, lived a conservative executive life. He was a smart, neat gentleman, a father, and a very responsible man whose hand has been so influential in Ugandan politics.
Ssebagala namusinga namukinana nga tuli mu DP nga tukola. Naye kyemujjukirako ng'azze bwe yajjanga mu lukiiko nga na necklace ya gold. Yananga empeta zino za gold. Kwegamba netutunuulira omuntu nga muntu yeesobola.
In 1998, he began his political career by contesting for the position of mayor of Kampala City.
Ssebagala ono twavuganya naye twali abantu bana. Naye ne bajja bandeetera ekigambo ne baga kolera waleeta kolera. Ne tubeerawo.
Presumably a member of the Democratic Party, Nasser Ssebagala won the first direct elections for mayor of Kampala in 1998, beating two government-sponsored candidates, including Christopher Iga, who was the sitting mayor from 1989 to 1997. However, Nasser Ssebagala was arrested in the United States 2 months later in June 1998 on 8 counts of fraud and lying to U.S. customs officials.
And to remove the hawkers from the streets. But I remembered the word of my boss, Alhaji Nasser Ssebagala, who made me what I am. I had asked him for his wish. For me, I still knew he had not been censored. He was still the mayor of Kampala. So when I stood, I put Gordon Mwesige's paper aside and made my own decision. I said, no, we cannot send away the hawkers from the street. Let us try to regularize them.
In February 1999, he received a 15-month sentence but was paroled in December 1999. He returned to Kampala in February 2000 to a warm welcome and considered a bid in 2001 presidential elections.
It was a very heroic comeback. He was my president. We managed to keep Kampala City Council schools from being sold because when I left, many schools were sold.
In mid-December 2005, he broke with the Democratic Party (DP) after he came third in the party presidential primaries, which were won by the late Ssebagala and registered him as an independent. A week later, he reversed his decision, withdrawing his candidacy and announcing his support for the late Ssebagala. When he lost the Democratic Party nominations to Norbert Mao in 2010, he quit DP and formed his own party. From a mayor to prisoner, a presidential aspirant, and later minister and advisor to the president Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Alhaji Nasser Ssebagala made it to front pages again when he made a U-turn to opposition politics by joining National Unity Platform (NUP), a pressure opposition party headed by Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Bobi Wine. Alhaji Nasser Ssebagala is said to have succumbed to a cardiac arrest at International Hospital Kampala in Namuwongo suburb. He has rested a humble, intelligent man, leaving a very big gap in the nation's economic sector and in his family as a heir to his father. Until we meet again, may his soul rest in eternal peace. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, drop a comment, and ring that bell to get notifications whenever new episodes are uploaded.